Hello, my friends. David Doty with Call It Closed International Realty. I am the broker in charge for the state of North Carolina. Currently, I'm also serving as the broker for South Carolina, and I love this company. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here today to share with you some things that you, as a buyer's agent, need to look out for, to be aware of when you're representing buyers in these turbulent times of a seller's bear market. The first thing I would caution you about is the property condition. When you go in to show a home, especially if it's an older home, if it's a flip, if the owner has owned it for less than, the seller has owned it for less than a year, it's important that you take a good hard look around and know what it is that your buyer might be making an offer on. There have been a plethora of homes of late coming on the market, falling out of contract because of condition issues or shoddy repair work done by unlicensed repairmen. And then the buyer has to terminate because the house needs too much work, whether it is wood destroying insects or mold or a leaking roof or leaking plumbing or faulty electrical or whatever it is. There have been a number of homes in North Carolina lately that have gone under contract quickly because buyers are so desperate because there's such limited inventory. They're overpaying for these homes. They're buying things that they wouldn't normally buy 3 years ago if they were home shopping. And then they're getting an inspection report done and they're finding that the home needs too much work and the seller's not willing to make repairs and the buyer is terminating. They're walking away. Now, what happens is the house comes back on the market, and unfortunately what we're seeing is some listing agents and some sellers are not updating the residential property disclosure that's showing the defects of the home, disclosing material defects, and they put the house back on the market, and another buyer comes along, pays another due diligence fee, and again is having to fall out of market once they've paid due diligence fee and paid for an inspection and sometimes even paid for an appraisal, and the seller's not making repairs. And we're seeing the same homes go under contract 3 and 4 and 5 times because the condition is very poor. And so you, as a buyer's agent, please look out for your buyers and make sure that they are not going to waste their due diligence money, waste money on an inspection, only to have to walk away. Now, it depends on how risk averse your buyer might be. Maybe they have tons of money and they're not worried about blowing a few $1,000s just to have to walk away, because it's, to them, it's gambling and it's fun. And if that's the case, as long as they're doing it well educated, because you have done your job well and you have advised them well, and they don't want to take your advice and they want to go and waste their money, that's totally fine, as long as they know what they're doing and you are taking care of them, because our job is to advise and also to obey within the bounds of the law. The second thing I would say, or actually the third thing I would say, is it's important that you look at the price. And this is going to come back to how much risk your buyer is willing to expose him or herself to as well. Now, homes in this market are always, virtually always, selling above list price, even above appraised value. And so it's very important that your buyer understands that when they try to purchase a home, they're in a multiple offer situation. And if they want to go $10,000 over the list price, that's fine if that's what they want to do. But if that's the case, you as their agent need to have completed a comparative market analysis to tell them what you think the home should sell for and what you think the home will likely appraise for. Now, we are not appraisers, but we use the same methods as appraisers to come up with projected sales prices. And it is important that if a home is listed at 180,000 and your buyer wants to offer 190,000, that you have that conversation with the buyer that they are going to need to come out of pocket $10,000 to make up the difference between the appraised value and the sales price. And if they're okay with that and they're able to do that, then great. So guys, remember, pay attention to the condition of the property. Look for red flags if a property has gone off the market and come back on. And don't let your buyers overpay unless they're able to and they know exactly what they're doing. Thanks for watching. I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and hit the notification button. If I could get a like or a comment on this video, that would help me a ton. And if this is helpful for you and you think it might be helpful for other agents in this market, please feel free to share. Thanks so much.